So YouTube, as we know, if you're a YouTuber yourself, then you definitely know this, is an extremely competitive, especially within the last few years. It has turned into an extremely competitive platform to post videos onto. And I'm purposefully saying videos instead of saying make content, because I recently saw a video by Zane Little. He made a really amazing video kind of talking about pretty much everything that I'm saying right now. He's basically said that it's an extremely competitive scene, and especially with TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts nowadays, a lot of people's brains and attention spans are fucking fried. And not necessarily to their own fault. Instagram and TikTok and everything else, pretty much every other social media platform, is designed, like, by scientists to be as engaging and as addicting as physically possible. It's not just a quirky little website to post your pictures and videos to. It is literally like, it is a weapon now. That they're weaponizing it, and they're trying to keep you on their platforms and scrolling for as long as possible. And it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. But that's honest to God the truth. And so basically, by the way, just like every other video on this channel, I'm going into this one with no notes, no script, no nothing. I'm just spewing brain thoughts out of my skullet. What? Just especially within the past few years, I think since COVID, YouTube and every other platform has turned really competitive. And if your videos aren't curated perfectly and edited at the perfect pace with a jump cut every 1.7 seconds at least, you know, to keep your viewers engaged and have your eyes locked on the screen for as long as possible, then your video is just not gonna do very well. And obviously, you know, there's exceptions to that rule, like people who have been on this platform for 10 plus years, who've been making videos the classic way and are still doing it now, kind of have their own exceptions, because, you know, people watch them for them. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, DanTDM, all the OG YouTubers, those are perfect examples. But if you're a small and struggling YouTuber like me, then it's not really so easy. It's not, you know, you don't really have it as easy as the bigger YouTubers. And I'm not going to say that their job is easy, or, you know, that their job is easier because they're bigger. If anything, their job might be harder. The only difference is they just get more views because they've been doing it for longer and people know who they are. But again, if you're small and hardly anybody knows who you are, like me, then trying to survive on this platform, sometimes it has you, you know, laid up at night where you just feel like crying and ripping your hair out. And I wish that was an exaggeration. I mean, I'm partially making a joke when I say that, but also not, because, you know, because all my other small YouTubers out there will know exactly what I'm talking about. The reason I'm making this video and wanted to make this video was because I've felt this way for a while, and I kind of wanted to just make this video because in case there were any other small YouTubers out there like me who are kind of trying to do the same thing, and, you know, maybe this will give them a little bit of encouragement. And I don't even know. I don't know. I'm making this video for me, but I'm also making this video for other creators out there. I don't know. Anyways, I just realized I didn't finish my thought about Zane Little. In his video, he made a really good point about how when you say the word content creation, or say I'm a content creator, or I need to post content or create content, that really dilutes everything that you're doing. It dilutes the creative aspect of whatever you're doing. You know, even if you're painting physical art, but you have to post content on Instagram or TikTok for people to see it so that you can get some traction, I understand it's kind of unconscious, subconscious, and people don't mean to dilute it when they say that, but it's just become so common now. And I'll be honest, I used to be one of those people that was like, oh, calling myself a YouTuber feels cringy. I would rather be called a content creator because it feels more professional. And while, you know, it's correct that saying content creator feels more professional, it also feels more diluted, watered down, and corpo. Oh, that was kind of sick. Completely forgetting the fact that just starting YouTube, not at all caring about views. I mean, if anything, the only number that I remember paying attention to and, you know, caring a little bit about was my subscriber count. Because it's, you know, kind of the first thing you see when you look at your channel. But I don't ever remember, you know, worrying ever about views or likes, like counts or anything like that. I was simply and 100% in it for the love of the game. Purely just for fun and because I loved doing it. Now, obviously, I still love doing it now because I'm still doing it, but you know, things aren't exactly the same as they used to be 10 years ago. Now I'm taking things a lot more seriously. I kind of have to think about things more professionally and analytically, and it's great. But, you know, at the same time, I definitely wish I was still a 10 or 12-year-old just making YouTube videos out of my bedroom for fun because I love doing it. And, you know, I'm still doing that. The only difference is I'm not 10 years old anymore. I just today recorded my first episode of Resident Evil Requiem. Now, that's kind of wow. Now, I haven't really done, like, a Let's Play style game or series on my channel in a long time. When I was starting the episode, I felt really awkward, really out of practice. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to commentate on. I didn't know what to do. It just felt strange for me. But thankfully, over time, about halfway-ish through the episode, I almost immediately got back into the groove, and I was really enjoying the game. I was really enjoying recording it, and it got to a point where I didn't really want to stop playing. I didn't want to stop recording, but I kind of had to because there were errands that I needed to run, and also I was so hungry that I needed to make food. And the whole story of me doing that, you know, recording Resident Evil Requiem, I originally wasn't going to do it because, again, I haven't done a Let's Play style game or a Let's Play series on my channel in probably closer to 4 or 5 years now. It's been so long because, you know, the formula that I had been doing for so long, for those 4 or 5 years, had just been working, and I'd been enjoying it, that I just got out of practice. But again, I wasn't originally going to do it, but my dad actually convinced me to do it, and he's the one that actually got me the game. I didn't ask him to buy the game for me. We were on a FaceTime call, and I was telling him about the new game, and he said, we were on a FaceTime call, and it was kind of a deeper conversation, but the conversation led to YouTube. Yeah, we were talking about YouTube, and I brought up the new Resident Evil game, and he asked, when did it come out? And I said, like, few days ago at the time when we were on a call, and he said, you need to do it, you need to record it because the game is still new and it's hot and it's fresh and it's what everyone's talking about, which is correct. He's right, but he's also said that a few times about other games, and I was like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I just, you know, again, the formula that I had going for me was working, and I was really scared to kind of not break the formula, but try something different, you know? Because even though it's unrealistic, you know, I was convinced that if I tried anything different, anything new on my channel, that my channel would just die overnight, which obviously is not true. But that's kind of the mentality that every YouTuber has. And so when he bought me the game, then I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Kind of like, not that I didn't want to, like I wanted to play the game, of course, because it looked cool. I just didn't know if I wanted to record it and make videos on it because that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of doing the videos and then having them perform really badly and then having it kill my traction. Not that I really have any right now, but, you know. But I was scared, I was not scared, but hesitant to do it at first. And then once I started doing it, once I started recording it just today, I got back in the groove. It felt fun. I was enjoying it. It felt natural for me once I started getting into it. One of the main things that I wanted to say at the beginning of this video was how YouTube is very different from how it used to be 10, 15 years ago, in that it's extremely competitive nowadays, and it's so addictive, and it's like a drug. You feel euphoria, and they flash confetti on your screen when your videos do well, but when your videos don't do as well, then all the numbers are gray, there's red lines, there's red down arrows saying this video is performing below average, and it's like you just feel shitty, and so it makes you make more content in hopes that, you know, the next video you post will be green again, and you'll see that confetti. So it's literally like a drug. It is so unhealthy, and I'm a victim of it. I'll be honest, I am a victim. I'm an addict. I really struggle with, like, every time I post a video, I will check my YouTube analytics multiple times a day. And I will check my YouTube analytics multiple times a day, even if I don't post. Like, just, if it's been a few days since I've posted, I'll still check my analytics and comments. I mean, comments are kind of the main thing I check, but, like, it's an addiction. It's an addiction, and it's an unhealthy addiction, and it only makes me feel shitty when I don't see upward graphs and green lines and green arrows and all that, and confetti and all that, so. And going back to Resident Evil a little bit, I started, after I was done recording, I started editing it today as well, and I was kind of trying to, because Resident Evil is more of a slower paced game, I was really trying to, like, cut it down, not like as much as I could, but cut it down to where it was watchable. Now, what do I mean by watchable? I don't know. Like, that's my whole point. Technically, the game itself is watchable. Like, there are people on YouTube that post the entire game, no commentary, no jump cuts, no sound effects, no memes, no nothing. It's just the gameplay. And I saw a video recently. I just looked up Resident Evil 9 on YouTube, and I saw one of those videos. It was the gameplay, no commentary, and it had 1 million views last time I checked. The game came out at the time when I was looking at it, the game was only out for maybe a week, and whoever this person is got 1 million views on that video. No commentary. I didn't watch the video, but it said no commentary in the title, and I'm assuming there were little to no jump cuts. I'm assuming there were no sound effects or anything like that. It looked like just a video of the gameplay. And I got 1 million views. And it just kind of had me pause and think for a second, and I'm like, man, do we, as in, like, all the creators on YouTube, do we really need to be spending all this time making flashy edits and making sure that the video is as engaging as possible, and making the thumbnail look as good as possible? I mean, if anything, the thumbnail should be what you spend the most time on, because that's what gets people to click on your video. But, like, with editing, I always am worried, like, you know, is my video paced well enough, or did I leave any parts in that were just boring and not funny or not engaging? And I obsess over those things sometimes, and it's like, and then as I'm losing my mind over those little things, I kind of just remind myself, like, maybe, like, this video that I'm making probably isn't for people who have TikTok attention spans. Like, no offense to any of those people, but, I mean, seriously, if you can't sit through a video for longer than a minute at most, just because it's paced a little bit slower than you're used to, or, you know, whatever else, then maybe I'm not the one that needs to reconsider things. Maybe, I don't know. I'm in a server with a whole bunch of other creators, big and small. It's a pretty tightly knit server, which I think is cool. And something that I see a lot of people doing in there is again, obsessing over every little detail, just with editing and thumbnail design and titles, which is good to an extent. You know, you should want your video to do as well as it possibly could, but at the same time, you don't want to lose your goddamn mind over it and lose sleep over it, because, you know, it's just not healthy to do that. So again, something that I remind myself is when I'm thinking, when I'm, you know, in my own head thinking like, you know, do I need to edit this faster? Do I need to edit this better paced? I just remind myself, like, this video is not for TikTok. It's not like I'm posting this video to TikTok. If anything, I'll post a couple of clips that are edited down to TikTok, but I'm not making this video for TikTok. It's for YouTube, and it's for people who were on YouTube during the, you know, the classic golden era, I guess, if you could call it, like the 2014 to 2018 YouTube era. This video is for them, not for people who, you know, can't watch a video that's longer than 30 seconds. And again, YouTube analytics are horrible at that. They're so bad at showing you such super in-depth details that really you don't need to see. I mean, they help. Like, I'll be honest, they help, and they're very helpful to get insight on your audience and what they watch and what they want to see. But again, like, obsessing over that and getting upset, or, you know, feeling like you failed when one video you post was a 1 out of 10 and another video you post was a 3 out of 10. Like, that's still good. That's still really good. Even though YouTube doesn't show you that fucking confetti, that's still really good. I don't think, like, even though people are able to do it, like Mr. Beast has YouTube, as much as I hate the guy, he has YouTube down to a science, and he knows how to he knows how to perfectly optimize a video so that it performs as best as it possibly can, which is great that he can do that. But a lot of us compare ourselves to Mr. Beast, not like view-wise, but like we compare ourselves skill-wise. Like we look at him and we think, well, he's able to perfectly optimize this video to where it performs the best it can. Why can't I do that? Or like, you know, how can I do that? And that's, I think, not the thing that we need to be focusing on. Unless you're only into YouTube for the money, then sure, obsess over every last analytic and detail, because it'll only help you in the long run. But for the people out there like me and like all my friends and all of my peers who are in it because they simply love doing it, and they're in it for the love of the game, I don't think we should be focusing on that. We really shouldn't be focusing on the super detailed analytics. I mean, obviously, you know, pay attention to view counts and comments and all that, and get an understanding of what people would like to see. But again, holy fuck. But again, it's just not healthy to, I know YouTube shows us those analytics, but it's not healthy to look at them and to know them and to obsess over them. The average view duration, or the impression click-through rate, all that other stuff, audience retention rate, like we don't need to know that. I mean, again, it's handy and it helps, but it's just not healthy to look at that. Even though there's videos out there with tens of millions to hundreds of millions to billions of views. I don't think that should be the goal. If that happens, that's great, but I don't think that should be the goal. I think, well, number one, the first goal should be to have fun with it, and number two, the second goal should be to create videos and create an experience for viewers to enjoy and make people laugh, make people cry if you want, make people angry. Maybe don't make people angry, but you know what I mean. Our main goals should be to just make videos because we love it, and to make other people's days better by making these videos and by spreading a little bit of positivity wherever we can. And if I'm being honest, as much as I love monetization, I think unfortunately, that's a lot of people's biggest motivators and biggest reason why they obsess over every single detail, because they are just so absorbed by the monetization. And again, I understand for a lot of people, making YouTube videos is their job, and so monetization is kind of important. I understand that. If a video you post, let's say you have a channel with 1 million subscribers, right? And every video you post gets at least like 500,000 views. First off, that's fucking insane. 1 million subscribers and have all your videos get at least 500,000 views. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. And if you're able to consistently do that, you are set for life if you're monetized. But maybe one day a video you post only gets 200,000 views. Well, you know, 200,000 views is still a lot of views. And even though it's not, you know, it's under your average view mark, your average 500,000 view mark, that's okay. Instead of obsessing over why that specific video only got 200,000 views instead of 500,000 views, instead of focusing and spending all your time and energy on that, maybe spend all your time and energy on the next video. Anyways, again, I'm just rambling as I usually do in these videos. If you are a YouTuber watching this video, or maybe not even a YouTuber, maybe you're a TikToker or an Instagram Reeler, Instagram Reel poster, this advice and everything I said still applies. Anyways, yeah, hope everything I said made at least a little bit of sense. And again, if you're a creator watching this video, I hope this video gave you a little bit of, you know, hope, I guess. I don't know. Just, you know, to kind of generalize everything everything I said, that was cool. Don't focus too much on analytics. Don't obsess. Don't lose your mind over trying to make your video as well edited and as engaging as possible. Just, number one, focus on having fun. And number two, don't make videos for the TikTok brains. Unless you're a TikToker. If you're a YouTuber, don't try to make your videos as fast-paced as you can. Make your video, first of all, make your videos enjoyable, which I know is easier said than done, and kind of, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of going in circles, and don't really know what I'm saying now. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope, you know, my words gave you a little bit of inspiration. And to wrap everything up, don't make YouTube videos purely for the money. Make videos because you enjoy making videos. Don't make videos because it's an easy cash grab. Make videos because you like making videos. If you're only doing it because it makes money, I mean, if you're making the money, then more power to you. But if you're like getting into it or thinking about getting into it purely for the money, I'm telling you right now, do not do it. Don't do it. And that's not me trying to push away, you know, potential competition. That's simply me saying, like, I know everything I said, it kind of counteracts what I'm about to say, but you have to be a psycho about this in order to enjoy doing it. I've said this before in another video, but in order to do, I mean, this applies to anything, but in order to do YouTube, you have to love it enough to where you would be able to do it for free before you can start seeing any kind of money or success or anything like that. And I sometimes ask myself that question. I ask myself, if I wasn't monetized, would I still be doing YouTube? Or would I still like doing YouTube? And the answer is easy for me. Yes, because I did it unmonetized for 6 years, like 6-ish years, completely unmonetized. And I think now, if you know, God forbid, monetization for whatever reason isn't an option anymore, like you can't monetize, you can't make money on YouTube at all anymore, I think I would still do it. Simply because I just love doing it that much. And again, I did it completely unmonetized for 6 years straight. So anyways, I'm gonna leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you ever have any kind of doubts in your head about making videos, just know we've all been there. Every single YouTuber has doubts in their head all the time. Even large YouTubers, now they still have doubts in their head, believe it or not. But don't ever give up. If you love doing it, don't ever give up. And actually, if you guys have any questions for me or just in general, leave them in the comments of this video, and if it's a question I can answer, I'll try my best to answer it as quick as I can. Or, you know, if you're a YouTuber watching this video and you have the answers to some questions in the comments, please feel free to reply to them. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't ever give up on anything, whether it's YouTube or not. Don't ever give up. Make shit every day. Make things all the time, every day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.